So I'm just gonna dive right in, and hopefully you'll get to learn a little bit more about me and my background and all of our team members. So I'm really happy that you're here. Again, I'm Ian Perler with the Ian Perler team at KW Empower. So I grew up in a bunch of different places, but I went to high school in Connecticut, in southern Fairfield County, in a place called Brookfield. It's a pretty small town. I spent a little bit of my earlier youth in New York City, and also in Puerto Rico, where my mom had a party event planning business. So kind of grew up in the Northeast, and then also spent a couple of years in Puerto Rico when I was very, very young. After high school, I moved to New York. My mother is actually a real estate broker in Queens. Didn't know what I wanted to do. So I was 18. It was summer. Didn't have college lined up yet. And my mother said, "Well, I signed you up for real estate school and you're going to sell houses this summer." So I went and got my real estate license and started selling homes. I took a year off, learned a lot about business, learned a lot about real life. It was kind of an eye opening experience, and decided that I did want to go back to college at that point, and learn a little bit more and have a little bit of a better business background. So I went to Central Connecticut State University, which is in northern Connecticut. It was a really great 4 years. Learned a ton. I went there for business management and entrepreneurship, so ties really well with real estate and being a business owner, because everyone in real estate is, a sole proprietor and in business for themselves. So it's gave me a really great foundation. And then from there, I moved back to New York after college and started selling real estate. Um, I did develop a really big passion in the 1 year that I was selling, and kept going and selling throughout my college career. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed the people. I really enjoyed helping people through the process. There's a lot to unpack when you're buying and selling a house. There's a lot of information, both good and bad, on the internet. There's a lot of information that you hear from other people's experiences, friends and family members. So being that trusted resource for people meant a lot to me and has meant a lot to me. So I'm really happy that I was able to, help a lot of people in New York, when I originally got licensed, buy and sell homes. I moved to Philadelphia in 2011, uh, to follow my girlfriend, now wife, to the city. So it was a pretty cool new adventure for me, getting out of, kind of my mother's shadows and starting fresh and new. So that's how I got into the business. And I really do enjoy it, and meeting people. And it's just been an awesome career. I've been licensed since 2004, which is crazy to say. It's been over 20 years of helping people buy and sell homes. Um, when I'm not doing real estate and not helping people with that, I enjoy spending time with my family. Uh, we enjoy gardening together, which is a lot of fun. So, still trying to figure out how to not kill every plant in my house and in our garden, but getting better at that every year. So, if anyone has pointers on that, I would gladly accept, because I'm really good at planting and killing plants, but keeping them going has been, a little a little tough. Uh, I also enjoy cycling, so I'm a big biker. Love my Peloton, and also getting out on the bike and just exploring both the city and the suburbs on my bike. It's a really cool way to get around and meet great people, and also experience our awesome area that we live in. Um, and then, what is my favorite real estate memory? I have so many awesome stories from over the years. Um, I definitely can do a real estate reality segment on some of the crazy stories and crazy things that I've had happen. But I think one of my favorite stories, and I've had several of these, is helping someone who's a first time home buyer who didn't think they would be able to get a home, whether that was they didn't think they had enough money saved, they didn't think that they could afford it based on their job or their credit or whatever the situation was. Helping them go through that process, educating them, whether that's introducing them to the right people to get their mortgage, or to fix their credit, or to help them save a little bit of money so that they can buy their first home. It's a really cool feeling to help someone achieve their home ownership dreams. So I've definitely, that's probably one of my favorite things to do, is help people who never thought they could own a home, who have been renting their whole lives, buy their first home. It's a really great feeling. And on the other end of that, I would also say something that is really rewarding to me. I've worked with a lot of people who are going through hardships, whether that's family members who have passed and had a home that they need to sell, or are going through a life situation, and they're needing to sell, and helping them through that process when they're in need. It can be really difficult, depending on the situation, whether the home's in good condition, bad condition, financially, if they, where they're at, sometimes they're in a little bit of a pickle, just situationally, these things happen, and helping them through that and advising them on, what is the best thing to do in their particular situation, and how to get them, to hopefully to the finish line to sell the house and or to buy a house is always super rewarding. So those are probably my two favorite things. It's not one particular story, but it's a couple different types. So thanks again for checking out our channel, and I'm going to pass the baton to one of our awesome team members so you can hear more about them and get to learn more about us. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy this video.
Hi, my name is Catherine Lavelle, and I work with the Ian Perler team at KW Empower. I grew up in Haddon Township, New Jersey, where my parents still live, which is just about 15 minutes outside of the city. And I went on to the University of the Arts for college, where I earned a bachelor's degree in music performance. I also continued my education at the University of the Arts to earn my master's degree in music education. Outside of real estate, I work in a 10-piece wedding band, and I perform at roughly 40 to 50 events a year, mostly weddings, but also galas and corporate events. In addition to those performances, I perform as a solo artist as well as a duo and small groups around the Philadelphia area, South Jersey, and Shore Points. I got into real estate after a career in teaching. I was looking for something like a little more flexible in schedule, a little more interesting in the day to day. And I had explored different roles in sales when I met Ian Perler networking. And getting to know Ian's experience and his outlook on being involved in real estate, the industry at large, the market here in Philadelphia, and the opportunity for me, as someone with a strong communication skill, and a strong desire to help people. He showed me that this was really a good role for me. And beyond that, being a part of Ian's team has been an absolute blessing. The support that the team gives each other, not just from Ian and his mentorship, but together we work really closely to ensure that every client's needs are being met, which feels really satisfying to me as someone who's been in the industry and in this role for a few years now, to be able to present a challenge that I might need help overcoming to the team, and really get unabashed support from every member, leads to uniform success in our client relationships. I don't have a particular favorite real estate memory, or a transaction that I would recall and say everything went swimmingly, and probably because in every transaction there are challenges. I've had some incredible clients. I continue to meet and work with clients whose goals really align with what I'm here to offer, what I believe that I'm here to offer. I would never say I have a favorite client, but maybe my next client will be my favorite client. I will add, though, that my favorite clientele to work with are first time home buyers. My mission as your realtor is to empower you to make all of the decisions and own every decision in the transaction. It is too often I hear that agents might take something off of the plate of a client where there might have been an opportunity to provide resources and support to allow the client to own that decision. And so when I work with first time home buyers, I find that the insatiable curiosities and desire and demand for understanding really allows me to fulfill a role that feels natural to me. So I enjoy working with first time buyers. That being said, I've been very fortunate to work with sellers in many different neighborhoods in Philadelphia, and every new client, every new transaction is an opportunity for me to support you and to go the distance with you because my goal is to grow and build with you as you grow and build and change your real estate needs in your life.
Hey there, my name's Will O'Reilly, and I'm one of the team members on the Ian Perler team at Keller Williams Empower. A little bit about me. I grew up in Havertown, Pennsylvania, which is about 5 or 10 minutes away from 69th Street. So very close to the city, but grew up in the suburbs. After high school, I actually went to Temple University for college. Graduated 2018 with dual majors in finance and real estate. So that was kind of what started leading me into the real estate world. I started going to school for finance, and during my junior year, I interned with a team at Keller Williams. Decided that I loved real estate over finance, and kind of history from that point on. Finished up, got my real estate license during my senior year of college, and I've been a licensed realtor ever since. So interning with that team during my junior year and just seeing the experience of people buying and selling houses was something that I was really excited about and found that it was something that not only was I good at, but I really enjoyed doing. So it's hard to find something like that often. And I was lucky and found it early on. Outside of real estate, I like to spend time with friends and family, always trying to catch up with people, stay in touch with people, and do things that help me stay active. Whether it's like biking or going in the winter, I love snowboarding. In the summer, I love surfing. But just traveling to see friends and spend time with the people I care about. I like nerdy stuff too, playing video games and, whatever kind of stuff to pass the time. One of my favorite real estate memories is actually one of my very first clients who I was working with before I graduated college, but after I was a licensed realtor. She was a first-time homebuyer who had spent 2 years going through different programs to get some closing assistance money from the city of Philadelphia. So she had been 2 or 3 years trying to save up money, get approved for the grants, and get all of her ducks in a row to be able to buy her first home. And it took a lot of work to, I actually spent maybe 6 or 7 months talking to her every other week, just making sure she was staying on track. And finally, we were able to get her pre-approved, pre-qualified, and we found a beautiful home up in Northeast for her. And I still see her once a year. It's kind of a fun thing because she was my first client, and we always make a joke, this was her first house. So hopefully another year or two in the future, she's debating on buying her second property and becoming a landlord. But that was always, a memory in real estate that'll stick with me, just because it was a very wholesome experience and it was a great way for me to get started in the industry.
Hi, I'm Cecilia. I'm a realtor on the Ian Perler team. I am a native of South Jersey, born and bred. I moved to Philadelphia to attend Drexel University, where I graduated with my bachelor's in biology. After college, I got married and I moved to South Philadelphia with my husband, where we currently live with our two daughters. I got my real estate license in 2014 and I joined the Ian Perler team in 2019. I am licensed in both Pennsylvania and New Jersey. And clients that I really enjoy working with are the ones who are looking to start a new chapter in their lives. So first-time home buyers and ones who are looking to downsize. When I'm not doing real estate and spending time with my family, I'm reading. I am a voracious reader. I read anywhere between 15 to 20, 25 books a year, sometimes more. I enjoy a broad range of genres and authors. So I'm really would really like to find a book club to join to talk about all the books that I read. And that's it.